Good morning. Our first pick of the morning comes from our friends in the Santa Ynez Valley, actually Solvang. This photo was sent in on Twitter by Social Buzz SYV. Thank you so much for really capturing what June Gloom is looking like for us up and down the coast. Our next photo is if we didn't have June Gloom, what we would be seeing. And this one was sent in by Ernie on Twitter. And look at this beautiful sun. Right, I think it's a sunset, actually. This is where we live. This is what we see when we don't have that fog. So something to definitely look forward to once we get later into the year. But for right now, the fog actually keeping temperatures pretty mild for us at this time, 50s and 60s across the boards. And as far as the clouds go, visibility is actually not too bad this morning. We saw it a lot worse the last couple of days, but that has changed as we have gotten into today. Now, clouds and radar right now not showing much from San Luis Obispo to Santa Barbara, except for that fog. Again, not as thick as before, but I do want to show you something interesting. This is a Category 4 hurricane. Look at the eye. Very, very well-defined storm. This is Hurricane Christina in the Pacific, and it's not going to impact our weather, but it's very interesting this early in the year to see a Category 4 hurricane already form. So it'll be interesting to see that El Nino pattern set up as we get into the fall and how that could impact our weather. But for right now, it's going to be the typical June gloom pattern. Fog tracker showing we're going to get clearing this afternoon, but as we get into overnight and tomorrow morning, we are going to see that fog move back in, and maybe some areas will actually get a little bit of a break and get some clear skies. But for today and tonight, we're going to see 60s and 70s along the south coast, and same thing as well as you head up towards Santa Maria. A little bit warmer in Buellton and the Santa Ynez Valley in the upper 70s. Much cooler, as I mentioned, near the coast. Not going to get much out of the 60s, and then inland we're going to see 70s and 80s, and that's going to be the same story for our friends in Ventura County with low 70s to the mid to upper 70s and even a few 80s across the boards. For your 7-day forecast, we have Father's Day weekend coming up, and it's actually going to be quite sunny in Santa Barbara. So good news for you if you have any plans with dads. It's just going to be a little bit on the cooler side, so just a heads up on that. For Santa Maria, the June gloom pattern will not lift for Dad's Day, so just plan on that, but get that sunshine in full force in the afternoon, and hopefully you'll be able to get outside and enjoy that. For our friends in San Luis Obispo, we're going to see those temperatures in the 70s, overnight lows in the 50s, and Dad's Day going to be 74 with that AM fog and afternoon sunshine. It's going to be the same story for Paso Robles on Saturday, but then sunshine and upper 80s for the end of the weekend.